96 in reverse.
It is 96 in reverse, and you can have the worst of my drink, and we can switch places. Now we are in reverse.
Hello and welcome to that time we always have. Back to 96 and reverse with all your hosts, Cedrick. How you doing, bitch?
Hey y'all.
Nate, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, Michelle, what's up, girl?
Hello, hello.
And Michelle, I heard you brought somebody. Who you bring this
Yes, I
time?
did. I actually brought Maria. She's a close friend of mine, and we met each other through work, and she's just here to hang out with us. Who's
Hey,
Maria?
Maria, how you doing?
Hello, hello, everyone. Super fantastic and bombastic.
Ah, so I have a
Hello, hello.
question. What are we talking about today, y'all?
Or
The topic
actually,
today is going to
yeah, go
be
Cedric. Go ahead.
the game of life. Have
Oh
everybody
shit.
heard of that game before?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. I think when I played that as a kid, and I somehow ended up with like 4 kids in the little van, and when I was playing the game, and I'm like, how did I end up with like so many kids? I don't want this many kids. Oh my gosh.
I have never
Yeah.
played it. I don't
Me
remember it.
Play
neither.
it. Yeah.
Me neither.
I
I don't
played it on
remember.
Nintendo as a
You
kid.
can you can play
Oh.
it like they have a mobile version of it now
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yeah,
So
they
you can
do.
play it online.
Nah,
It's so
fuck that
fun.
shit. I'm already playing that. I have one.
I mean, basically, that's what I mean. Basically, that game is basically us, pretty much. We're just living
Yeah.
virtual. I just virtual. This is a virtual reality. We get one chance at life and build it the way we want, and
Hmm.
then we wherever we at in our lives and in the point of our lives, whether we die in our 20s, 30s, or 80s, what did we do? What are our accomplishments?
Nice.
The game of life. How are you holding? How you treating yourself,
Well,
Maria?
yeah, Maria, what you been
Well,
doing in
it's
life?
I
Tell us
know
about it.
it's been a while because we don't work together anymore. So like, what have you been up to,
right.
and how's life? How's everyone?
Be adult. Boring. Part of that, it's
Yes.
pretty
Yes.
much that. It's just going on and surviving for all this stuff around, but we're just doing good. Just try to chill and peace for some of those moments like are like ridiculous hotter, but the rest
Yes.
just yeah. What
Suffering it
about
up,
you,
basically it.
Nate? Yes.
Well, for me, I'm working on graduating. I just had a presentation and it went well, so that's a good thing. My
Yay.
It's
internship is
awesome.
the only thing that's left, and then I'll graduate from masters with an art therapy degree.
Nice.
So I'm excited. I got
Ah,
my partner next to me
clap you
just
for
hanging out with
that.
us. He's here
Ooh,
in
Mhm.
she's getting
spirit.
that
Yay.
dick today.
It was last
If she
Congratulations
night.
on
hasn't
your day.
already,
It
Yeah,
was
that's
last
true.
night, sorry.
Ah,
see, I already told
Oh,
I'm
if
late
she
to the
hasn't
play
already.
to the ball game.
You're late to the ball game. Yep.
Congratulations on your future endeavors, though.
Yes.
I
Thank you
love
so
that.
Yes.
much. Thank you so
Hmm.
much. So what about you, Michelle? What's up? What are you doing
Well,
with
actually, I
life?
was going to ask you about the internship because I was curious about that. Do you like do you have to have something lined up, or do you just want to look at stuff after you graduate, or I don't know how that works, or is the internship
So
part of your program?
the internship is part of the
mm,
program.
Yeah.
We have to get 600 hours, but due to mom getting sick during my all of that, you
Yeah.
know, um, we had to stop it, and I only have 150 hours left out of the 600. So
Okay.
I'm right there.
Yeah.
I'm
And
right
then
there.
like how fast do you get the 150? Like would you be putting in 40-hour weeks, or like you just take the sessions as they come, I guess?
So the hours, the way they work is they're client hours. So it's each session counts as an hour. So
Okay,
if I'm speaking to a patient for 45 minutes, that counts as an hour.
that's interesting. So
Mm.
that's like 150 sessions.
Sessions. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That is
And
Okay.
I already
amazing.
did 600 of them.
That's so
Wow.
interesting
Oh,
because I
Well,
think
close to.
yours is in art therapy,
Yes.
and stuff. And I think Maria, you went to school for psychology, and I think you're taking
Oh,
yes.
psychology classes now. Yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
Maria
I'm
was.
still like
Maria, were you actually in medical
oh.
school back then? I think you were. Were you in medical school
uh,
or you were in
in the
something?
past.
What was it?
In the past,
Yes, in the past.
when I live in Venezuela, so in my
Yeah.
original country, I studied for 3 years medicine, and then I just freeze it out. But I have some kind of background knowledge around. I'm still like remember those, but for now, like psychology make me on track. What I want to be in the future, my plan, you know, I just have two plans and two things in my mind when I graduate, just like sexology or like, working with police. I just want to be around those police and criminal stuff around. So let's see.
Working with
I think
police,
she just wants to
like
touch their bodies. She's like, I'm
She's
going
like,
to
Oh,
inspect
yes.
you.
it's something about someone in a uniform,
Yeah, she's
like.
like, are you Asian? Asian persuasion.
Oh,
There she
are
goes.
yes,
you
Maria
Korean
has a
or
thing. She loves
Japanese?
Asian people.
No,
Oh
Michelle, I
boy,
don't
she
love
would
it.
love
I'm
my area.
obsessed with Asian men's.
Yes,
Oh,
on Instagram,
She
all she does, we send each other. Like if I see a reel or something on Instagram of like some sexy Asian man, I'll just send it
Yep.
to Maria. I'm like, I know she will
I do the
appreciate it.
same. If I see anything that has to do with boxers or anything like that, send it to Maria if it's an Asian man.
Maria, I need your
interesting.
socials
Why?
later. I need your socials
Oh my
later.
God, Michelle. Now you just opened the
Of-
book for me.
Right,
well,
Any
you
Asian
know,
right.
men, I'm
it's
sorry for
all
that.
good.
I'm so sorry.
Look, who knows? You might get a lot of people who just were like, "Who is this person? We want to find her." Like we are Asian men lining up
What?
to volunteer.
For the
we
Latina,
Yeah, they're like
yeah.
us. You're gonna have Asian
Yep.
men coming, and they'll be like, "Hey, we know that you were, like you are unavailable, but can we wash your dishes?" And
Right.
they'll go and go
Worship
Right?
your
and
feet.
yeah. Do you?
Can
Do
you
your
make a massage for
nails.
me?
Yes,
She'll be like, I need a
Massage.
massage and I need you to pay the rent this week.
yes.
And next week I'll have somebody else pay the rent.
I'll come in and like vacuum your house.
There you go.
You never
So
know.
I
Yeah.
I live in New York. I live in a very Asian neighborhood. So
Oh,
she would love
Oh
it.
my God, Nate.
Mm.
When do you
She
say
would
we
I
need to
can go
take Maria
to your
there.
home? When do you say I can go to your home, Nate? I don't hear that. You say that tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Maria,
I'm in
Maria gonna
New
go to
She's
your house
she's
tomorrow.
buying a plane to go to New York.
You
Oh
mean
my
a
gosh.
plane ticket, not the plane,
Oh,
hopefully.
New York. Oh my gosh.
She's taking
mean,
the whole thing.
We get
Because
the whole
she's
thing.
taking the whole thing.
Asian
Because when she
guys in the
comes back,
plane.
she's coming back with all the
You're
Asians.
right.
All the Asian.
She's bringing them back to Florida.
She's bringing back
Oh
all
my
the
God.
Asians to Florida. Okay.
Look, I'm happy for it because, like, a lot of times I feel like I feel that a lot of Asian guys don't get a lot of love, so it's
Mm.
good when
Yeah.
Asian men do
Mm-hmm.
get loved.
Yeah, oh my
Mm.
God. I,
Okay.
I have to say, like, they show us in all the dramas and all the TV shows something in real, because they say they are really like in love, they're the tellers and everything, but I have a bad expectation about what it is, because I follow people through Instagram, and they
Yeah.
broke up, and as soon
Mm.
as they say, oh, they're so dry, they're so serious, they're not like what it is you see in dramas or TV show, and I'm like,
Mm.
damn, why these people are like that? They're really like super shy, they don't grow with love around, but
Mm.
I,
Yeah,
I i
I
I
was gonna
just
say
Yeah.
that's
getting I'm in
actually
love
why I
apart
didn't
from
date
men.
too many Asian guys because they're so shy.
I only dated one. I dated one.
Hmm.
He was
Oh,
Chinese.
Oh wow,
Yeah, that
oh
was
I've
my
wow.
never
first
dated
boyfriend.
Chinese
My,
guy.
my first boyfriend was Chinese.
I see.
We it was an interesting relationship to say the least.
Uh,
His parents were very strict. He never introduced me to his dad because
Oh wow.
I'm not
yeah,
Asian, so I'm
Hmm.
Dominican, so
that's the thing.
Yep.
I have a friend.
So,
She married with a Chinese man, and his family don't accept that anything at all, relationship, nothing. So he don't have any
mhm.
connection with his family in China about that. So she's from
Oh,
Venezuela, but a lot of Asian men go to Colombia or Latin America because they love the Sesame and Latinas, and they like
yeah.
it. I mean,
They like that
oh
sazon.
well.
That sazon.
That
Yeah,
spice. Yes.
Yes.
you know
They like
what's
the
funny? My mom's always says, Maria, look, if you have some Asian here in Venezuela around, you will marry with some, but one doesn't exist in your life. And I'm like, we never had anything about that, and there any exotic men in my country. Only Venezuelans. So you guys are lucky to meet a lot of people here.
yes.
A lot
Listen,
of different
Exotic men are
cultures. So
cool.
Yes, one is it was the currently your most exotic man. So
I
it's
my
mean,
all
you
mom's
good.
guys
no.
don't know, but she's married. She has
Yes.
her husband is from Venezuela too.
But he
So
knows.
yes,
He
but
he
he
knows that
He
knows
knows.
that
she's very
Maria.
grateful and loving of the Asian men out there.
Yes,
She
Okay.
appreciates them. So nothing wrong with appreciate.
she's not.
Nothing
I'm
wrong
not
at
a
all.
cheater. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm not cheating. I'm just observing.
You
Just
But
can
they
always
have.
shop with
observing.
your
It's like
eyes.
those it's like strippers. You look but you can't touch.
Yes.
You just look sideways like at them like
Yeah,
oh.
you can be my
Oh,
friend
that's
at least.
nice.
I mean, but that's it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, but
So it's
sometimes you
all
can have
good.
those conversations and be like, honey, can we just start commenting on people that look good? Sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes you can sit and people watch with your love person,
Oh yeah.
and oh, he's very handsome, or she's cute. That dress is nice, or they don't have to be anything
Mhm.
sexual. It's just you can go out and look, just people watch and see what people look
Yeah.
like, what they got on, and just let that be your show between you and your loved one.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't definitely
Yeah.
doesn't have to be sexual because like
Yeah,
if their outfit looks good, I'm like, yeah, your outfit looks good. Just want to let you know that.
right.
It doesn't have to be sexual. It doesn't mean like, oh, I'm gonna take you and like fuck you behind these bushes or something. You don't have to be like that, you know.
Slapping
So,
you
because a
out.
lot of
Just kidding.
people they'll say like, yeah, or some people they'll be like, oh, your husband just says that the waitress, she has a nice smile. Aren't you jealous? I'm like, why would I be jealous? Like there's what am I to be jealous about? And that's the thing. Like, I don't understand why people are jealous and then they expect me to be jealous and I'm like I'm not jealous unless there's like hard fact or evidence or a reason for me to be, you know.
Mhm.
Okay,
I
Peter.
live
You heard that,
yeah,
Peter?
and
I'm
oh
a
my god,
jealous motherfucker. I'm a
my
jealous
life is so
motherfucker.
much more peaceful not being jealous and not being paranoid because I have lived that life before, and now I'm like it's safe, I'm stable, I don't have to worry about shit, you know.
See,
Yeah.
But yeah.
mhm.
I'm a
I'm poly. So go
Mhm.
ahead, Pete.
I'm a jealous motherfucker, but if somebody says something nice about my wife, I'm not gonna say no. I'm like, yeah, I got her, bitch. She is nice though.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go.
But
Hmm.
being poly is fun. I'll say that cuz so as long as there's communication, it's open, all out in, all out in the air.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's where it lays.
Jealousy,
Yeah.
Throw out the
nothing.
Yeah.
window.
It's out the
Yeah.
window. Like
I
Yeah.
think that I think that
Nate, speak.
if you have the communication, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and go from there. I think that that changes the perspective
mhm.
in a lot of things. I think that that's the general thing.
Mhm.
The
Absolutely.
communication needs to come. If there's no communication and you disappear, and the other person doesn't know where you are, what you're doing, that's where the problem
That's
begins.
where the
Yeah.
problem lies, and
Yes.
then you get
Yeah.
And
confusion and anger.
yeah.
Hmm.
And even
Why
so
you
like for me
hiding
like
something? I mean, if you want to do something, like just do it. Like either or, like the other person is gonna know because the truth is always in there. Like you can't hide it. It's the
mhm.
same thing. You're gonna
Mhm.
put your finger to the sun. You can never hide the sun. It's just ridiculous. So and that's the,
Mhm.
the sad
Mhm.
part, like when you realize that's happened and it was probably something like super simple. Why you hiding that? It's super simple. Like maybe you're not gonna think in the different way. You're gonna think, oh, that was perfect. Why you don't tell me that? Why you so complicated? Because we
Yeah.
complicate each other, like the way we
We're,
acting
well,
and
Yes.
perspective. So yeah,
Wisdom from
humans
Dr.
are
Maria.
complicated as fuck.
Yes, Maria.
Cedric is like
Yes.
he's just
Yes,
clapping over
Maria.
there. He's just
Cedric
like the
is
viewers. You guys
having
have
a
no
moment.
idea. All the movement to Cedric is like she's hitting it on point,
She
but
is
she
on
is right. Let's talk about
Yes.
that. Like
stay
Yes, yes.
confused.
so,
Yes.
to me, right? My biggest issue is when somebody disappears, right? They tell me I'm gonna head this way, and then you go somewhere else. If you tell me, hey, I'm gonna go and do this and do this and do this and do this, and tell me where you are, and tell me I'm gonna be back around this time, to me, I feel safe because if something does happen, right? I'm not gonna say that
yeah,
War 2 is gonna start tomorrow, but you never know. We live in a world that crazy shit happen, and if I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
need to go and fly where the fuck you are, at least I want to know where you are, and I don't have to
Mhm.
then waste time. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Now
Because
everybody has different.
you love and care for that person.
Correct.
of
Exactly.
Now
course.
some people might take that
It's
as
a straight
I'm
line.
being too jealous or too protective. So I want to
Uh,
hear your opinions from it. Is it, am I being too protective? Am I being
it's
too? Go ahead.
it's a double. It's a double edged
Edge
Edge
sword.
sword. Yeah,
sword.
It
you
is
Yes.
got it.
so
Yeah.
hard to answer that question because you can love somebody and want to be there for them, but
Hmm.
then you can over love somebody and over, you know,
Suffocate them.
suffocate them.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
if we keep it surface level, if you say you're going here and you're supposed to be, this, you're going here, and I happen to go to the grocery store and you're there, we got trust issues. Why are
Hmm.
you
Mhm.
here? You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting an
Hmm.
Exactly.
example. Yeah, I mean, you build trust with communication and you build trust with, you know, um,
Honesty.
honesty. But what
Mhm. Yeah.
Maria said, y'all didn't hear what Maria said. Maria said, why do we have to make everything so complicated?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Oh,
I
Mhm.
said it very simple because we are
oh,
humans. Humans make
why,
Yes.
everything
Because
complicated.
we
why do
create
we?
sometimes the thing is we are individually like a big word, right? So it's depend how you raise. Everything is coming how the way the first day you're born in this life, how they raise you, how they treat you, how you grow up,
Mhm.
and then how you learn to react for whatever thing. So the thing is those people like are like really like acting for any reason or have us any conduct at all. So that's been says that because they're learning maybe from their parents, maybe from their
Mm-hmm,
friends, or they tell them, hey, this is right, this is the correctly way how you have to be.
mm-hmm.
But it's sometimes it's not right. So it's depend of you if you want to change that
Con-
conduct and say, okay, 1 second. But that
We agree
Well,
with
Yeah.
you.
yes.
so
Yep.
So what
yes,
Maria
it
was
just
talking about is very
Go
no,
ahead.
it's very psychological. I love it. So
Mm-hmm,
pretty much your upbringing, everything around you, your environment, the people around you, uh even the crimes around you, they shape who
mm-hmm,
you are.
Oh, okay.
mm.
They shape who
I
you
think,
are.
yeah, I
Okay.
think we touched on it in one of our previous shows that I don't think it's released at this time, but um, we pass as we grow up, we connect with people that leave
mhm.
something that
Yep.
shape us to what
Mhm.
you are right now. All
Hmm.
Hmm.
of us is right now. You know,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Correct.
I met
Mhm.
Peter, and Peter thought I was a thief.
Yep.
And
Do you want to explain that, Pete? Cuz
I thought we
that's on our
did
first
another
episode. That's on
episode.
our first
So in
episode.
episode one,
Yeah,
and we mentioned it again in episode three. I'm sorry,
yeah.
I just keep track of where we spoke about this. But me and Cedric was looking for a job, and I'm just gonna say this real fast. I was going to work. I used to work at the fruit stand. Everybody knows what's the company name. And Cedric was looking for a job, and he was looking at me before I actually had gotten stabbed when I worked for the Big Arches, and I had gotten stabbed. and I had two phones in my hand. The same thing was happening this time. I had two phones in my hand and I was in the train. So I thought he was going to rob me. So I ended up moving to the next train stop and then coming back and going too late for work, and this motherfucker was there, and I'm like, what the hell is he came all the way here to rob me too? And
He's
then I ended up
determined.
finding out that he had an interview to work for the
He
fruit
see you
stand.
sexy,
How
Peter.
crazy
He
is
see you
that?
sexy. He wanna be with you.
And if I
That
stole it, and I still stole something from him. I stole his heart.
It's hard.
Yes.
Oh.
I love my
Cedric, you
Peter.
going to then? Cedric, you going to then? Why you stole it from him? What happened
I
here?
mean,
What?
Peter was my man. Peter was
Cedric
my man.
Cedric was, yeah, you were my first gay friend.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm like, yeah,
Ah.
and that was his first first straight
Straight.
friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Yeah, so it's funny. And I remember
Wow.
Cedric, it was funny though cuz when I came to Atlanta, I did not have a car,
Mhm.
and he used to be my ride to work and back and
Mm-hmm.
forth,
Mm-hmm.
and his cousin was a very good friend of mine for a long while until we got lost, in the sauce. But I had these two best gay friends, and we used to talk about every single subject you can think of in the damn
Mm-hmm.
car.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
We went to Peter's house, played music. We just had a
played a
good
lot of
time.
music.
It
Yes.
was so fun. But
Wow.
anyways, back to what I was talking about. You know, making things confusing. Why do we make things complicated? Um,
We
why do we
overthink.
like? I mean, why
Doubt.
do we have to lie? Why do we put doubt? Why do we
Hmm.
create the chaos for other
Some
people
We
people,
are the
to?
creators. They know they don't do
yep.
nothing. We are the creators. So yeah.
Right,
Because you create your
Some,
own narrative.
hmm
That's the
Mhm.
problem.
Nate.
Yeah.
What you were saying?
some people just crave the chaos also. So you got to keep that in
That's
mind.
true.
Yep.
So
That's
some
true.
people, I went to a high school where there were fights at all times, and I'm just
Mm,
like, why are you fighting over lunch? Like, what chaos? Like, why is this necessary? Like, what?
right.
Like,
It
we're
just makes no
15,
sense.
16. It just
It makes
people
no
just
sense.
fighting. Mm-hmm.
Hormones. Just being
Yeah.
angry.
And this
That
thing,
too, yeah.
Yeah.
we're just doing also in the traffic thing. Sometimes you are like it just in the front or just in the middle. Something you see the people fighting. Okay, I come first. No, you come first. Like we're going the same way. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 1 second different. So let it go. That's it. So
Oh yeah.
complicated.
Right.
So
That's
it's
Right.
that's
funny,
why.
funny that you mentioned that, because I was talking to Michelle about this yesterday, right? And there's a religion out there. I'm not going to say who it is because I do not know which one it is, but they're very kind people.
Mm,
And by
Oh
being
yes.
kind,
Mm.
it becomes a problem when they're driving because they let
Yes.
people get in front of them, right? And it's because they're trying to follow their religion because they're trying to be super kind at all time. And with that being an issue, meaning that if somebody tries to cross you over, then they'll let them go, but they hit the brakes and the car behind you is not expecting for you to hit the brake, and
Mhm.
then you get in a car accident. So now the being kind becomes an issue later down the line. So it's true. You do create your own narrative of your own perception, and it's because of either what you believe or what you're doing at that time. And it comes down to what you believe. So there are those people who create those dramas and stuff like that, and it's because of, again, their narrative
I
and
think
what they
it's
believe on.
right. I think it's what you've gone through to help
Correct.
you believe in what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
um, I, for instance, been molested in my youth.
Hmm.
I could have taken that and went to drugs. I could have
Hmm.
taken
Mhm.
that and did the thing that that was done to me to little kids, or I could
Hmm.
have, and what I've done is out, face it, talk about it, and outgrew it, and it's
Yeah.
dead, and it's a past. I can talk about it to somebody to help them get through it. Um, because I talking about it and looking at it is releasing and giving yourself power
Mm-hmm.
and and taking ownership of who you are. Um,
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
so that's how I, going through
Yeah.
life and thinking about what you've gone through and the people that you met, you could have turned out to be anything but who you are now. So
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to say. It's hard to say why do we create it. And some people don't want to create the drama, but it's just naturally in their blood to just
Hmm.
be
Be
chaotic.
explosive. Yes.
Man, I had a friend.
It's
I have
Yes.
a
because
friend.
it's the way the parents raise it too, and the
Yes.
way
It's
you
exactly
grow
Yeah.
that.
up because look, for example, it's not for comparing or something, but I see so many kids around now. I just working in the school when my son is, and I see some
Hmm.
kids like are really like disciplined, like really nice, genuine, super sweet. And I see another ones like, really rushing, like, because I'm better than you, whatever. But it's how they see the parents is and how they raise the parents. So those kids are gonna be like, I can tell if they don't.
Wait, who's
Oh,
typing?
Cedric, are you typing?
are you typing, Cedric?
That was me. I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you
Yes. My
Yeah.
typing?
You giving us
apologies.
some ASMR?
Yes.
ASMR.
I was messaging you guys. My
Yes.
apologies. Go ahead. Keep going.
Ah. So
All right. Yeah. So
it is
Maria,
like it's
yeah,
the
at
like
school, the
way.
kids. Yeah,
Yeah, it is the
got it.
way like you see our how we are when we just go up. So for example, like either if Michelle and myself we are really good friend, everything, some few stuff like she does, maybe I don't do that, or but is the beauty of that. This depend of if she's gonna hurt about that or it's gonna hurt for her or not. But we always match.
Hmm.
So that's why
Yeah.
she's my bestie.
Yeah.
But because,
Mhm.
Yes.
I love this. I love this.
The little heart.
And what do you
no,
mean
Very,
by I
very
love
I
this?
Asian.
Is they're
I
they're
forgot to
crushing their
say
fingers
it, but
together.
talking for like Asian and everything, look, oh my gosh.
Oh
Ah,
my gosh.
Oh
Bruce
wow, you
Lee?
got
Oh,
a Bruce
You got
Lee
Bruce
shirt.
Lee on your
Bruce
I
shirt.
love
Lee.
I
I'm
love
talking about.
his son. So I love his
Oh,
Oh, you
son.
see?
His son.
yes. Bruce Lee's
Brandon
son.
Lee.
Yes, awesome.
Oh
Brandon
yeah.
Lee.
Oh,
It
Oh,
sucks.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
Yes.
does suck.
It
Too
sucks.
soon. I don't
That's
know. I think it's like a curse or something on those on
It
them.
was it I
Yeah.
believe it was a
Yeah.
curse, unfortunately.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Good lord.
terrible. But
Definitely was a
it's
curse.
funny.
Hmm.
Yep.
So our
Maria
topic is
with
about
her
the game of life. Um,
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. I think you had
yeah,
asked me about that too.
right. So
Um,
where are you guys in your life right now? Or do you guys, are you where you want to be in your life?
yeah. I mean, I'll go for me. I'm exactly where I need to be. It sounds terrible. I talked to Peter about this. And I even talked to my therapist and other people. I'm like, hey, I'm exactly where I need to be. Like, I think that I was very happy that despite my mom being a narcissist and everything,
Mm,
she did instill in me that, hey, whatever you want to do, make sure it's your passion. And
mm,
so, because she could have been like, go be a doctor, make lots of money, go do this, go be a lawyer.
mm,
But she's like, no, just you want to go write, go be a writer. And I did ask her, I'm like, well, what if people don't want writers? What if I don't get a job? What if I'm gonna be homeless or something, you know? And she's like, don't worry about that. Just go and write and, finish school and then it'll figure itself out. And yeah, after I did all that, there were times where I went into retail and I was afraid that I'd never get out of that. But yeah, I'm in a writing position. I've been doing it for 3 years, and my day job is writing, which allows me to have
mm,
money and
mm,
plenty of fuck around time and fuck around money. So I can go and write like poetry and write creative nonfiction, which is what I do, and publish things.
mm,
And so yeah, I'm exactly where I need to be. And it sounds terrible, like I said, but I think I need to start having ownership and just being proud of my accomplishments. That yes, I'm in my mid 30s now and I'm exactly where I need to be. I've
mm,
accomplished everything to the point where I talk to my therapist and I'm like, I don't I'm happy. I don't need to get anything else. Like I have all the money I want. I have the family that I want. I have all the fucking animals that I want, you know?
That's
So
good to
She
hear.
sure does.
yeah,
She
so
sure
it's like
does.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll give you an
I got
update on the
plenty.
animals, yeah. We'll give you an
Exactly. So it's
update.
A
like
cow.
and I feel it
Yeah,
sucks
you'll
for
see.
me because I feel for people because there are a lot of people, yeah, they're like, "Oh, Michelle, you're so lucky." Or, I'm like, I can be lucky, but I also worked very hard and I was grinding and getting my ass to get here. It didn't happen overnight. I'm so thankful
Yes.
for that. But the only thing I feel bad, I just wish it could happen for everyone. I want
Mm-hmm.
everyone to
Yeah.
be able to realize their dreams because
Yeah.
if you can, just always do it. Follow your passion because if you have your job as your passion is your job, then it never feels like a job.
Right.
It just feels
Yeah.
like it just feels like
Correct.
life itself.
You're
Correct.
Speak.
so
You know.
sweet, Michelle. I love you.
Speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speak. Speak.
I'm just so passionate about that. It's like I'm happy, but then I feel sad. I feel sad for because I wish everyone else could feel that way too. You
Right.
know. Yeah.
Agreed.
But
Who's
that's where I'm
next?
at. That's you, Pete.
Speak.
All
Pete.
I
right.
think you're like
Pete.
you and Cedric are the only ones left.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
am? Oh.
I think
for
yeah.
me, right? I am I started going back to work, so I'm glad about that. Um Let me say this. Work for me is different because I think I landed in a field that I thought I was going to like, but I do not. I think managers can make you and break you, and some of the ones that I have had have not been the best. So let me say that. I think that the person who I'm having right now, I think she's going to be great. The person who I had before, I don't think they were bad. I think they were manipulated like puppets, which is different.
Mm.
But I think
That's right.
that the person who I'm gonna have now is gonna be great, and I think I'm going to enjoy my job a lot now. I'm hoping. If not,
Yes,
I
just
do have a backup plan. Um, I I have a friend who wanted to start a business, and I'm helping him out with ideas for that business. Um, he wants me to be the CEO for his company. So eventually, if where I'm at now does not work, I will be the CEO for his company. And I think that it's a company that it's uh, it's helping the community. So um, it's heavily helping the community, and with the ideas that he's implementing, and the work that he's doing, and all that stuff, I think we will be able to do great if where I'm at does not work. So then a part of that, I have you guys here for 96 in reverse, and I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I'm also, I think now with how technology is, I'm able to do stuff that I like. So going back to the passion thing that Michelle was talking about, I noticed that I like doing a lot of stuff with AI, and I enjoy creating applications and stuff like that. I just did for Michelle a egg
Hmm.
tracking program for the chickens because she has her own
Yeah, I used it
chicken
today.
farm. So yeah, so I think I am enjoying doing that, and I don't know if I might just you know eventually open a company that does software, and let's see what happens. You never know. That's a thought for food for later in the future. um but let's see what happens. But so far just enjoying life, having meetings with you guys, creating this 96 and reverse, and going from there. So I think that's where I'm at right now.
I
you
love
can
that.
also be one of the help me in my future for some psychology stuff. So let's see what's going on.
Yeah,
Any platform I need
definitely.
to have.
Yeah.
That's great.
So and I want to push this forward too. So again, if there's anybody out there who wants to sponsor us, we're still waiting for you, motherfucker, to come in here and sponsor us. Like that, we
Uh,
can mention your name.
Punch.
On
Please.
point. Boon.
Please.
Boon.
Please.
Boon.
Yes. What's the name of the
Yes.
company we keep talking about every week?
Love honey. Love
Love
honey.
honey.
Love Honey. Listen, Love Honey. We're here, loving you and waiting for your honey.
Oh my.
And honey.
To drizzle all over us.
Cedric, what about you, Cedric?
For me, I'm gonna go back a little bit more in my life because it's meaningful. It's a big part of my life, and that's my sexuality
Mm-hmm.
and really finding who I am now from where I was at the age of 7, knowing that I was gay, starting at the surface level. I mean, the grain of sand level, to now being deep in the water to having stability and understanding of who I am and where I come from and knowing that I'm a gay person and how strong and powerful I can be. Um, and going through the mental abuse and physical abuse um, in relationships that I've been in, you know, helped with the mental awareness and helped with the mental growth and helped with the confidence. Even though they were bad relationships, it was it was a choice that I had to make. Literally a choice I had to make. Either break through or die.
Mm.
Mhm.
That was it. That was it. If I die, I lose the whole game. I don't get to see where Cedric go. I don't get to see how Cedric jump from A, B to C. I'm just gonna jump from A to B and then the rest of the alphabets, whatever. But I
Mm-hmm.
chose life because I want to see Z, the letter Z. So just living in truth, living in what Maria said, don't live in confusion. If somebody's
Mhm.
confused about their life, get the fuck out.
Oh
Mhm.
yes.
Oh
Don't let them
yeah.
And I'm so
confuse
proud of
you
you, Cedric.
because of
Yeah.
their
I'm
Definitely.
confusion.
so
Yes. It's just, and oh, thank you, Maria. And it's not just for it's not just for me, it's for them to understand like you lost a good person. You need to get your
Mhm.
shit together and be better for you. So those people that are confused and people that do want to create the drama, I have to give them the ass
Hmm.
because
yes.
you can't do that to me anymore because I'm strong now. This shield is 10 feet deep, and now you can't
Mm-hmm.
break through it because you guys built it for me. Um,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
so I'm where I'm at is being confident with myself, seeing myself in a different light, having those positive mindsets, having the positive thoughts, being able to share my thoughts with friends on 96 in reverse. This has been beautiful and very transformational for me. Um, and being happy. I'm a happy bitch. Y'all hear me? This bitch over
Mm-hmm.
here is
Yes.
beautiful, happy, lovely, and
Yes.
she glows. And
Yay.
I wake
It's
up and I'm like,
Yes.
because
Yes.
I'm
you
beautiful.
take the control of your life. You take the control of your decision as
Yes.
what you
Mm-hmm.
want
And
to
I know that
be.
I'm
Know the world to you,
right.
you to the world. Exactly.
Yes, listeners, it's all in your mind. If you have the mindset to be beautiful, no matter if you're 300 pounds, 200 pounds, 87 pounds, you got a missing tooth, if you walk with confidence in your mind,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a game changer. I
Mm-hmm.
had
Mm-hmm.
to learn that. I literally almost broke and just killed myself. And I said, fuck that. Let's see what this new Cedric gonna bring. I'm a little loud now. I cuss a little bit more. I'm angry.
It's
I cuss. I
because
cut. I don't take the. I don't tolerate the bullshit no more.
Same here. Yeah.
Cut
Same.
it out.
your scars help you to grow, and your scars help you to
Yes.
understand you are the first. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Simple like that way. We are the first in our own ways in our own life, and we have to keep it like that way. Like nothing around or extra. It has to change our the way we have to go through for
Hmm.
the right way. So you did it.
Last thing
Good
I'll
job,
say,
Cedric.
yes, yes, and the biggest part that hit me, there was an Instagram post that this guy and this lady, this lady said, they want to give you issues, fuck them. If they want to cheat on you and they don't want to be with you, fuck them. I gotta show y'all the video later, but that's what she do.
Okay.
And then
Well,
this other guy, this other post on Instagram was just talking about, you know, Live life to the fullest. You got one life. Take that and put that in front of your mind. Just take that and eat that deep in your soul. One life. What
Mhm.
are you doing with it? Are you worried
Mm-hmm.
about the boy going down the street cheating on you and he supposed to be home with you? If he don't want to be home with you, get rid of him because
Let
it's
him
not gonna get
go.
better.
Mhm.
Like, or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. You guys get it. You understand. You got one life. I'm traveling. I'm doing my greenhouse. I'm doing shit that makes Cedric happy. I did shit that made people happy for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying. And I got nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was there's one a funny thing that you said that there is a YouTuber that I watch, and he said that the other day. He said, I gave everything for my family my whole
Mm-hmm.
entire life. I worked for them and this and that. Eventually, my son got married, left the house.
Mm-hmm.
My other son got married, left the house. My daughter got married and left the house.
Mm-hmm.
And my
Mm.
wife cheated on me and left the house.
Hmm.
Now, what do I have? I don't even have a house.
Mm.
So, guess what he focused on? He started focusing on himself.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's doing great, and now he's moving to the next level, and now he's doing all that stuff. And guess what eventually happened? That wife that left came back,
Oh
and now they're
wow.
back together.
Wait,
But
he let her back?
yes, he
I was
let her
gonna say
back.
that's a personal choice. Like
That's a
for me,
personal
that'd be a
choice.
Mhm.
no.
but
Right?
but listen to
Cedric's face.
listen 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 to what he said.
It's a
He
no for
said
me.
he said
Well, one is enough.
that was his choice. That was his
Yes.
choice, right?
Well,
He said, I know her, she knows me, and like Michelle said, I train her, she trained me. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
we
you can
know
train other
wait, wait,
people
wait, wait, wait,
too.
wait, wait, wait.
Yes.
But he said, but now my focus is on me.
Mm.
ah,
She lost
inter.
that part already.
Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely. Your focus
So
should, yeah.
Should always be on you.
like you said,
Yeah.
the focus always should be on you.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Because
What
like
when
RuPaul
you
says,
how you gonna love somebody else? If you don't love yourself, how you
yes.
gonna love somebody else? When
Hmm.
you
Mhm.
focus on yourself, when you go to the gym and you work out and you eat healthy and you whatever the case may be, you don't think your wife over there looking at you looking like, oh shit, this nigga done uh, you know, you know, or my husband or your boyfriend or whatever, whomever, whatever. Or you might be single and you just doing your own thing, and people might be like, "Dang, he got a house and a car, and he got a job, and he look good, and he walking in confidence."
That makes
That's
sense.
how you
Yeah.
pull people in. And
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Mm.
I thought pulling people in was, "Hi, here's my last shirt. Hi, I don't know you, but here's the last dollar I have. Let me take you home. I know I don't know you. This is a stranger, but I really want you to be my friend. Can I take you home? I know you look dangerous, but get in the car." That's who
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cedric used to be.
Like wow,
That's how I used to
wow,
try to make friends. Yes. That's how I used to try to make friends because I was lonely
wow.
and I was desperate. I
Mm.
wanted people to love me, and I easily
Mm.
loved people. I would drop dead for all y'all, the old Cedric. Cedric would be like, "Okay, I got $200 left to pay my mortgage, but because I need to go see all y'all, and I want all y'all to be in the same spot, let me take the $200 and make sure we're. Don't worry about me. I'll take care of it. But I want y'all to be happy.
Wow.
Let's be in the
Hmm.
same space." That's how
Yeah.
Cedric used to
Mm.
think, and I used to put people first, and never used to get that back. And my last thing I'm going to share, because this just happened to me yesterday. Um, in one of my calls, I think we did one of the sessions we had, we talked about a friend that did me wrong over a toilet seat. And it really hurt my heart. It really broke my
Wait,
heart.
wait,
It
wait,
was.
wait, wait, wait.
Wait.
Who broke? You said
What?
over a toilet seat?
Oh, I didn't tell you guys the story?
Who did what to
No.
your
What?
toilet
Okay.
seat?
Okay, let's
Excuse
start
me.
What?
over. Let's start
This
Yeah,
might
over.
have been a different
rewind.
conversation.
Story
I didn't
time.
have this.
Here we go.
Crazy.
Story time. 96 and
Story
reverse. ladies.
time.
I got toilet seat stories, but yeah, what's going on?
Story time. Story time. Story time. I said story time so good. Okay. Um. You guys know where
What
that's
happened to the
from?
toilet seat? What?
Anyways.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
It was yes. Anyways.
Focus.
So I had a best friend that I loved to
Mm-hmm.
death. It was a straight guy, and I loved him. I
Not
loved
me.
him. It wasn't sexual. It was just a pure, like I love Peter.
Mhm.
If Peter was
Okay.
sick,
Okay.
Platonic.
yeah, platonic. I would be there for Peter. Hand,
Yeah.
foot, leg, eyeball, hair follicle. I would be there. you
Yep.
know. And this is what I did for that person. And they were getting their kidneys replaced, and excuse me, their kidneys failed,
Oh no.
and they had to get on, the machine to keep
Dialysis. Yeah.
dialysis and all that kind of stuff. And I was there, hand and foot, lying, calling out of work to be there at the hospital with him because I didn't want him being by himself. All this shit that I did, and I just purely loved him. And I still think he lied. And one morning he told me he threw up on my toilet seat. So he's not a clean person, and I'm OCD. So I went in the bathroom to check my toilet seat, and it was pink. And I said,
Huh?
"Hey, my toilet seat pink. That's nasty." And at the time, I lost my job, and I, was pinching pennies on what I was making. So I was like, "Hey, you threw up on the toilet seat, bruh. Can you replace my toilet seat?" And we got into an argument or whatever the case may be, and he ended up paying me for the toilet seat, and he stopped talking to me. And it
Oh
hurt
my
my
God.
heart because it was like, wow, I went to the nail end for you. And so he stopped talking to me. I tried to get in contact with him. I reached out. I just wanted to be I just wanted to have that conversation and get it out of the way so we can move forward with life, because that wasn't strong enough to break our friendship, but it was for him. And so for 2 years, I didn't hear from him. He was out of my life.
Wow.
I
Oh
hurt
my
for
gosh.
2 years thinking about him. I've seen him in public, and I wanted to go over and choke him. But I missed him. And one day, 2 days ago, he FaceTime called me.
Wow.
And I was
What?
like, I don't know I didn't know whether I wanted to cuss him out, cry. Oh, I didn't know, but I did cuss him out. Because I mean, the new Cedrick has to have boundaries with everyone.
Right.
You have to respect me. I respect you. If you can't respect me, I'm gonna give you the nastiest Cedrick you ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have a
I
question.
understand.
Yes, that was the evil look. Sorry.
Okay, did he admit that he threw up in the toilet seat?
Yes, he did. He finally admitted. He apologized. We had a little argument about it, but heart to heart, having that call, seeing him, he missed me.
Oh my
missed
God.
For 2 years. For 2 years.
For
Over
2
a
years.
$30 toilet seat. A $30 toilet seat. Something you put your ass on and you
Yeah.
flick the waist down. You really lost a friendship over that. That's the stuff that
That's
I say. Like, that's so crazy. Peter, if we ever go through that, and if you ever stop talking to me, I'm going to come over there and I'm going to burn your farm. Do you hear me?
Don't wait. No.
It's not my farm, it's her
It's
farm.
my farm.
It's
Don't
rude.
It's
Oh,
Michelle's
my
farm.
farm. Burn him.
Girl.
Just burn him. Don't
Girl.
burn my farm. They didn't do shit.
Don't
He doesn't
kill
do
my
shit on the farm.
food.
Yeah, it's not my farm. That's Michelle's
I do
farm.
all the
I'm
farm.
sorry, Michelle.
Yeah.
No,
You can burn my
go-
strawberries. You can burn my
No.
computers.
Come over here and fuck up his 3D printers, okay?
Oh no,
And fuck
you
up
can't fuck
his
my.
servers. Fuck up the servers.
You can't mess
That's
with
where
my
it's gonna
server.
hurt. It's gonna hurt
Listen,
right there.
you touch my servers, it's game over.
guys gonna
You'll
be duking
never
it
talk
out.
to me ever again in life.
Well,
Listen, I have so many of those. I have more than 6 of them.
don't.
Touch my servers,
Yeah.
boy. Your toilet is gonna suffer because I'm coming to burn the whole house down.
You're gonna go puke on all of his toilets. You got puke on
Puke is gonna be the worst of it. What's the fastest thing to burn? Is it airplane gas? That's what's gonna go through.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
This
Really?
is very.
For legal
This is,
reasons, these are just jokes.
Yes.
Yes, we're
Yes.
working
yes,
burning
yes.
farms,
of course,
puking
of
on
course,
people.
Of course.
Unless they consent to
course.
it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, Lord.
We love animals.
Just
Yeah.
Oh, I
gotta
love
make
it.
sure.
Really,
Oh,
Michelle,
so-
you love animals.
Peter,
Yeah.
of
So
course.
this is the. I said the other day, Michelle, you have your farm, and she said to me, "What was it you said to me? You
What'd I
said to
say?
me, it's not a farm. At a farm, people pay for the.
No,
for
he
to
said
see-
it was a petting zoo.
A
I'm
petting
like, It is
zoo.
not a petting zoo. I was like, unless they give me money, okay? They get it and turn into a petting zoo. Where's my $5 per child? No, and here, buy this $8 cup of lettuce, romaine lettuce, and feed my animals.
And feed my animals.
I was like,
There you go.
this $8
Good
cup
business.
of romaine.
Yeah,
lettuce.
Good
exactly.
business.
I
though.
know. But
I'm
I was like,
sorry.
no, you can't just show up at my house and go and pet animals. Like, it's
Right.
not for.
Hell no.
It's a working farm.
No, right. Sorry, I wanted to burn
No,
your
you're fine.
farm. Guilty by by
It's all
association,
good.
child. Hey, what's his is yours. What's
Yo,
yours is his.
No, that's why I tell people. I'm like, I'm totally fine that between me and Pete are married. We have an us, but there's also a Peter and there's a Michelle.
And
We
that's
keep
how it
those separate.
should be. That's how
Yeah.
it should
It
be.
used,
Yep,
to, it used to be
exactly.
all entangled, and I was like, no, I gotta have my own hobbies. I gotta do
Correct.
my own shit too. Gotta go play my drunk bingo on Thursdays and
There you
that
go.
stuff. So
Your
yeah.
drunk bingos on Thursdays.
Yes, it's just
Yeah.
at the top of the bingo card. BINGO. They replace it with DRUNK.
Where?
So-
Okay.
It's at Trackside Tavern, so it's nearby. So if you come by around that time,
I
we go
know
play drunk
do
bingo.
it. I know. I'm
Yes,
a
it's-
light drunk.
it's-
I'm a light
It's
drunk.
free. It's a really great bar. It's like really goth on the inside and dark and
girl,
gloomy, and they've
so
got really good food
crazy. Yeah.
and stuff.
Nate,
and
you've
then,
been there.
oh
Nate,
yeah, she
you've
had been there. She has been there. Whoops. Yeah, but then you just go there, and then instead of saying bingo, you say drunk when you get.
Dude,
Oh,
you,
no.
you need to
What?
tell them. You need to tell them the story about.
Oh, Peter is some.
Michelle,
he's
where?
so
I've
freaking
never
lucky.
been in there. Why never
well,
been in there? I need to
we
go to
gotta-
Atlanta.
Okay, you gotta come to Atlanta.
Tequila,
we just go
tequila,
play
tequila,
drunk.
tequila.
Yes,
Oh,
we go play drunk. No, we got Jaeger bombs. We're gonna throw back Jaeger bombs, and we're gonna throw back a whole bunch of other shit. Okay, there's this other
Okay.
grape shot that they have. It's purple, and it tastes like grape Kool-Aid. It's
Mm.
real good. I think it's called Jim Jones or something. So-
Maria.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I
Cedric,
want to do that one.
Cedric is coming up here, Maria. Just to let you know, Maria.
Did y'all hear that? She
Huh?
said the drink was called
Jim
Jim Jones.
I
Yes.
think it's called Jim Jones. I need to look that up. Yeah. Oh wait, the cult leader.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can't do that. So I was like, no.
I'll
I'll go
try
find
it.
out if it's.
I remember. I
Yeah.
remember when we went. I'll try it.
Yes, it was fun. I'm in a better place mentally since last time.
I'm glad.
Peter, what do you
I'm
say?
glad.
Yes.
I said the Cedric is coming up here
Yes.
soon.
When?
So, we
The
haven't
weekend of
planned
my
it out
birthday. Well,
Yeah.
yes.
He
Supposedly.
tried to come
When
up
is
here
your
last
birthday,
time, but
Cedric?
May
oh,
15th.
Not on.
Not
on
in the live.
podcast.
oh, he almost did.
We can snip it out.
Oops.
It's in the middle of the month of next month. Like dead
I
in
mean,
the middle.
is it okay if we just say like the
Man.
date, but not the
Year?
like the whole date? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Natasha says no. I say okay. So let's
Okay,
leave it
whatever
for
you're
I'll put
later.
it in
comfortable
the
with.
chat. I'll put it in the chat.
There you go.
Okay.
There we go.
There's
So,
the
but yeah,
typing.
let's say this. So what happened was, Michelle went to drunk bingo for
Mm-hmm.
a while. She's been going for drunk bingo for a while,
Yes,
and
every Thursdays. I
every
don't fucking
Thursday she
win.
goes and
Mad.
plays drunk bingo. I don't go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I don't like to go to like
She doesn't like
bars and
bars.
stuff like
She's
that.
not a bar person.
Um, I'll go once in a blue, but if there's a lot of people going, I'll go and I'll socialize. But I don't drink either.
Yeah.
I drink very little. I so eventually Michelle's like, you need to go, you need to go, you need to go, you need to go. I was like, okay, I'll go with you next week. I didn't go the next week. Then I went the week after, and I went and I won
Yeah,
drunk bingo.
tell me how this fool, the first
wow.
time he goes, he freaking wins. I'm like,
Drunk bingo?
mhm.
Yes, and not only won once, I won twice.
Are you a,
Ooh,
Huh?
lucky.
are
He's a
you
very
a heavy
charming.
drinker?
No, it's not about drinking.
It's not about
It's just-
drinking.
It's
yeah.
about playing the game. I
It's
just chose
so-
the right cards. It's
it's-
playing bingo like the regular bingo.
Let's see
Yeah.
if I
It's
find
just-
a picture of him.
It's just you put the money in the quarters and they say the numbers and it goes like that. It's regular
Mhm.
bingo. It's just they call it drunk when you win.
Yeah, instead of the top, they'll say like B6 because there's a B at the top of one column, right? Like BINGO. But instead of that, they just replace BINGO with DRUNK with drunk. They find a dang picture so you could see. You need a visual for this.
So it's
Yeah.
DRND.
Yeah.
Cedric?
Cedric, you drunk already?
No, the game you
Let's
had
leave
in mind,
Peter.
I sign up for. I'm not like Pete.
She is talking about every time somebody says bingo, you have to drink. That's what
Yes.
Cedric was thinking
Yes,
about.
not that one.
Yes.
I
Peter
thought
would
it was
do
like
that
that.
Pierre would not win.
Yeah, no.
I
He
thought it
would
was like
not
that
win
too. So
No,
I
why
would-
no.
No.
I love
understood-
my liver too much for
No,
that.
I would have lost on that one. Like I don't drink like that. I'll stay one freaking night with a whole Heineken and that's it. Like I don't drink whatsoever.
You drink a Heineken?
I can't. I slam
I'm
them
just
back.
giving. I don't know. I don't even know what type of beers are there. I just threw
this
Heineken
food
because
drinks
it's the
a-
only one that I can
No,
think of.
he drinks a Blue Moon without the orange.
Yeah, that's
Aww.
He's a
that's
Blue
me.
Moon person.
That's it.
Aww.
And that's not even like it's not even super alcoholic either. I don't think so. So
No, it's
that tells
not.
you a lot about my drinking.
My drinking
The next-
compared to you, Pete. Jeez.
Oh no, you Jesus, you
So
special.
You Jesus.
Me, I'm special.
special.
I'm special.
The next podcast I will gonna be with you guys. I wanna like start it with a little shot of tequila. I'm gonna say,
Oh, yeah.
salud,
Yes.
and I'm gonna start it.
Yes, yes.
I got my
You should come up
edibles.
with Cedric.
You should.
I should
You should
come
come up with Cedric.
down.
Yeah, you should guys all should come.
Peter,
and
Peter,
we should
you-
all meet
Peter,
here in
you
Atlanta.
get-
Come
you-
in May.
You-
So-
Yeah, you can do another drink, Peter, for you, just like a juice or
Yeah,
something.
we can do it in the
We can
living
start
room
with-
and let's see who falls out first.
Oh my gosh.
I
It would
refuse.
definitely be me.
I refuse.
I think it might be me.
It would be
Probably
me.
Pete.
It might be
Really?
a tie.
Well, let me tell you something. So a lot of people do not know I do fruity drinks.
See, that's what I was going to
Yes,
say. You, took
you
it off my
make
lips.
really good.
So I
Wow.
do fruity drinks. And what a lot of people do not know is I will fuck you up with my fruity drinks.
The sugar
they're
mask, the
so
amount of alcohol in
good.
it.
Have I
They are
ever Nate, have you
made
had
me-
mine?
Yeah,
Yep,
she
you
has.
gave
Okay,
me a
okay.
drink.
Yeah.
You made me
like
a drink.
Mine
And I was like,
has
damn.
tequila, rum,
Mhm.
and then what I'll do is like if you like pina colada, I'll add pina colada, and then I'll add the pina colada Smyrna. No, not the Smyrna. The
It's
What is
a
it?
mix. It's
it's a mix, but
it's
it's
a
like
cocktail mix.
tequila with pina colada in it,
Mhm.
and then
Ooh.
I'll
Wow.
blend it with ice, and I'll give it to you, and
Mhm.
then I'll put a little bit of wine. You know what wine does to the tequila, right?
No.
No.
It fucks you up right away.
Really?
So
Yeah.
is that why I was tipsy on my way to the airport?
Oh yeah, you were fucked the whole entire way.
I felt great, and I got wine on the plane.
Oh, then you fucked it up
Oh.
even more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was so confused because I had one drink and I was like, wow, this feels
When
great.
when
You're just
COVID had
flying.
happened, when COVID had happened and Michelle became the manager for her team and she invited it to the house, there was a girl, I will never forget her. She
Oh
Oh
no.
drank
yeah.
and she's like, "Oh my god, this is so good." She
She
drank
fell
so
asleep on the
much,
couch.
she fell asleep in our couch.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh my
everybody left and we had to tell
god.
her,
Did I know
"Hey."
her? Michelle?
Yes.
Yes.
Who?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
We'll tell you later.
We'll tell you
later,
later.
later, later.
Later.
Yes.
They were just wrapped up
Later.
like with the blanket. And
They
they looked
had a
like a little
blanket
grandma.
and they
And they
fell
just
asleep.
it's just gone.
Yes. They were
What the
knocked
Yeah.
out.
hell? That's
Or one
crazy.
time, I think when we had Jackson's birthday party, we had it outside in the carport, like
The
garage
same thing
area.
happened.
Got everyone fucked up
I got
on
everybody
like
fucked up.
mimosas and pina colada cocktails, and everyone's like
Yeah.
Oh my
going
God.
nuts in the carport. So it's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
My partner and I
Yeah.
gotta come down there and have
Yeah.
your drinks. Because my
Yes,
partner
definitely.
drinks. My partner
Mhm.
drinks.
Oh, he'll probably have one of my glasses and then he'll be done.
Mhm.
I don't think so.
Um,
I don't
Peter
think
does
so.
fruity
Now
stuff, so yeah.
now I'm really
Oh.
scared of you, Peter.
That's okay. I'll be like, just go to sleep at Jackson's roof. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll
But
go hug my
just
Can
be
make
nephew.
it
ready.
there. Yeah.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
crawl there.
Everything that I have is like I'll put like, if you like guava, I'll do guava. If you like orange juice, I like orange juice. What
Mhm.
is it? All the fruity stuff that they have, like the mangoes,
The
the pina
colada.
colada. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll mix
Strawberry.
also, like if you like a mix, a good mix is pina colada with strawberry,
Mm.
and you
Mm.
Yes, it's
layer it.
so good.
You
Mhm.
layer it so the strawberries in the bottom and the pina coladas in the top.
Mm.
So
So you
when
Mhm.
you're
puree it.
Looks like a
Ooh.
yeah,
Jeremiah's,
so
so
and
he
then it's
blends
like
it.
Jeremiah, yes, like the ice cream company. So
It's an
when you
alcoholic
Mm.
but
Jeremiah's.
as
Wow.
alcoholic, so the bottom you'll have rum, the top you'll have tequila, and in the middle,
Mm.
the divider is wine. So when those three hits, it's game over.
Mm.
That
That's
And then you
sounds
elite.
can't and then you can't drink
delightful.
it fast because it's cold, so you get a brain freeze.
And
So
drunk
you're
at the
Right.
same time.
yeah. So and then
Ooh.
because the alcohol how it's mixed, it stays where it is. So you kind of like you don't even see it divide, because that's the other thing that I hate when you go to a bar and they pour alcohol and they pour ice and you see
Mm.
the division between the alcohol
Mhm.
and then you try and you
Yeah.
take a big sip and the alcohol is the first thing that hits you. I hate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's how I
Mm-hmm.
know you're not a good bartender.
Yeah. You're right. You're
Pete.
completely
So
right.
So
yes,
did
so the
you
turn has turned into for real 96 in reverse at this point.
At
Go
this
ahead.
Yes.
point. Mm.
So I was gonna ask, did you take a mixology class or something?
No, I
Or
did not. It's
just
called YouTube, bitch. The world of YouTube.
okay.
Yep.
Okay. I was
Yes.
curious because you're so specific with it, and
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, this is
So-
another side of my brother I had never seen.
So believe it or not, it
Now you
started
see, Nate.
it started years ago. We did a party when I lived in Jersey. We did a big party, and um, the person who used to live downstairs from me, her boyfriend worked for an alcohol company, and he
Mm.
showed me how to do some mixes and
Mm.
stuff like that, and how to get it not to separate. Um, and the company he worked for was, I think it was Pure 151 or something like that. Pure
Mm-hmm.
151 is like the big
Mm-hmm.
alcohol.
Mhm.
And then after that, I did it again. I think we did it again when Jackson's party happened the first time,
Mm.
and then the second time, and then Michelle had the meetings here at the house with her colleagues, and then that was the last time I did it. I think it was, but yeah, we got some
Mhm.
messed up people when it came to alcohol, and I enjoy it too
Wow.
because they get so relaxed and they start talking a lot.
Of course.
That's how you get the
So-
truth.
Yeah.
That's how you get
Yeah,
the
it's
truth.
very true.
Yeah. You don't want my truth because I be telling the truth, the truth, the truth.
They're like, I
still
hate you.
I'm a respectful drunk though. I'm still a respectful person, but I'd be like, for instance, I'll be like, Peter, you shouldn't do this. And, I'll probably just stop. Yet. And
For me,
then-
it depends on the liquor. So
Me too.
I don't care.
Oh,
No,
me
the
too.
liquor don't.
I can't do
Oh,
whiskey. It makes me sad and depressed.
oh,
Oh,
really?
oh my
I
god.
can't.
You know they say
Yeah,
wine and spirits. Some of them
yeah,
got some of those in it.
yeah. I can do
I
rum. Rum
just
is cool. Tequila's cool.
I
in
love
my own
rum.
experience, I only
Oh,
drink like a
yes.
wine or like tequila. I love tequila. Like you don't know how I love that.
Mm,
And some people don't like it. They say it's too much
Mm-mm.
or like oh headache and crazy. I don't know. I can take 10 tequilas and I'm gonna be like
mm,
yo hello. But
mm.
Michelle knows me and I really like hugger person, super
I
sweet.
just didn't know you
And
like
with
tequila
tequila,
like that.
I want to be more with the hugs. And
I
with my
see.
husband, I'm ready to go.
You better be
Say,
ready.
Juan, prepare
Juan, be
yourself.
ready.
She's like,
Prepare yourself.
Prepárate.
she's
Make
like,
sure your
I'm
Prepárate.
your host
coming.
is ready.
Vamos
She's
con
like,
todo.
Yes, yes.
she's like, he's gonna get this plane today.
Mhm,
I'm landing on it.
mhm.
Let's make the other baby.
Oh,
Make sure
jeez,
that
not the.
pelvic
Oh,
bone is
oh.
ready, buddy. You have a lot of work to do.
But the fun fact in this is I never get like the drunk crazy, like a throw away
Yeah,
or
like,
like a
mm,
in the
Mhm.
floor. I never. People get surprised about it, but I say I don't know
Yeah.
because I guess my says say okay, you have to stop. You're chill right now, but that's it. Because I want to
Mhm.
be in there. I want to just steal in the game, like Cedric
Oh
says. I
yeah,
just
she
want to
wants to
steal the
definitely
game of
be
the
in
life.
mhm,
there.
It's a
She wants to
marathon.
be.
And
She wants to be in there. That's
Oh
what
mhm,
it
I
yeah.
is.
want to
You guys heard
squeeze
that?
my
She wants.
husband.
mhm. Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
Oh
Oh.
damn.
Have
Oh.
fun.
Oh.
See, and see, and we should be able to live life to be responsible and be able to still have
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
fun. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
right?
yes, I got to go to work, pay bills, and yes, I want to be married and be in a relationship, and yes, I got to do the right things. But let me have fun with my husband. Husband, I like women. Can I have another woman in the bed with us?
mm.
Wife,
Be
I like
Polly.
right. Wife, I I like I like I like a man. Can I, or husband could be
Mm-hmm.
like, can I watch you get hammered by somebody? Any of that. We should be able to communicate that. We should be able to communicate. We
Yes.
should be able to communicate how we feel. And if they don't, if it's not for them, then they can y'all either
Yeah.
separate or come up with a game plan. My favorite TV show
Mm.
that talks about this is Striking Vipers on Black Mirror.
Oh, yes, Black Mirror. Yeah,
I think I
I
talked about
remember.
Striking
Mm.
Vipers
Yeah, you
before.
did. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
Yes,
Black Mirror.
good
I need to
show.
see that. That is a
Yeah,
new
TV
and it,
show.
show on Netflix.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
It's
on
on
they just came out with
Netflix.
a new
Netflix.
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
And
I
the
I just finished one, but keep going. But I just want to talking about one a random series I see and at Apple TV. Go ahead. Keep going,
yeah, you're
Cedric.
fine. And so at the end of the show, or at the end of the TV show, or the end of the show, he what he was doing throughout the show, his wife told him to stop doing, and because she wasn't able to go do what she wanted to do. So at the end of the show, they said, "Okay, I want to be able to do this once a year. You should be able to go do what you want to do once a year." And so they came to the conclusion, and then that's what they did. Hey, you can take your ring off. You can give me that, and I can take that. And, you go do your thing for the night. I'll do my thing for the night. And then after tonight, for 365 days, it's me and you
Hmm.
until that special day
Wow.
comes. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
It
remember
But you
that.
have to
is.
watch the TV show of actually
I gotta
what
watch it.
happened.
Oh
I
Striking
think.
my
Vipers.
gosh.
I think
It's the
that's one of the
guy.
old. Is it one of those episode? The old episode ones?
It's
Not
a
that
it's an
old.
old episode. Yeah, it's an old
Yeah, it's an old
old episode.
episode.
It's
Yeah,
not the
Um,
latest
it's the
season.
VR one, right?
it's the
Yes,
VR
yeah,
one.
with
Yes.
the fighting
Oh,
game.
okay.
Yes, yes. The thing
Yes.
is, I'm just saying the basic parts like that people can remember it. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good. It's really good. It's with the our new
Wow.
Captain America.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh. Huh.
He stars in
Yeah.
it. He's the main character. And then the
Mm.
guy, I think the other guy is Candyman. I think you played
Oh, I
Candyman,
haven't seen the
the
new
newest
Huh.
Candyman.
Candyman. But good episode with our
Great
topic.
episode. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved it. It was great.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for coming, Maria.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much,
Ah,
Maria.
yes.
It's
Yeah,
been so
Thank you
you
for
fun.
you were
joining
really
oh,
good
us.
today.
It was
I
You were
thank
really,
really
you
great.
good.
It was
guys.
great.
I appreciate you guys inviting me. I hope I come back soon again.
Yes,
definitely,
Yes.
yes,
definitely. We'll invite
definitely.
you again. Um,
Yay.
but let's say our goodbyes. Nate, what are you gonna say?
Thank you so much for listening to us and supporting us. It means a lot. Thank you once again.
I'm gonna say Maria. What do you want to
Yes.
say?
Thank you very much for inviting me today. It was really good conversations and sharing our thought and our mentality way. So I hope that really how everyone in this world can see us and learn from us. Every day is from good to learn something new. So if you learn,
That's
we're
true.
good with it.
That's true.
Yes, very true.
Michelle, what you got for us?
I think we learned a lot, like, Maria's emergency landings with like
Tequila.
tequila and stuff.
Asian mints.
There
Yes,
you
and
go.
Asian men,
Asian
we
man.
covered some new topics here. So yeah, I was very entertained and very happy that this episode happened. So I'm so glad that you're here and this has been awesome, y'all.
Very
Cedric, what you
awesome.
got?
Maria, girl, thank you for coming. You are. I know. You know what? This show turned out to be great because everything before happened before the show fucking sucked. Like, everything was blocking this shit. Y'all, look at it. It was blocking the internet, the
Oh my
gates,
gosh. Yes, I
Oh
was
my
so
gosh.
worried.
Me
and this
throwing
show was supposed to.
axes.
It was trying to
Yes.
make us throw in the towel, and the show that came out to be freaking amazing. Maria,
Mm-hmm.
you were truly awesome. Everybody, oh my God, you're like one of my favorite guests right now. And my sister was one of the guests
Aww.
here. So you truly brought the energy, and I really thank you
Mm-hmm.
for really bringing a lot of your experiences in life and really homing it in on some good stuff you said. But all the listeners, please, if you listen to this show, give us your feedback. We grow and inspire from feedback, the bad and the good. If you guys can share with us, and we really appreciate you listening. Thank you for being a part of 96 in Reverse.
So, I always say something at the end, and I'm thinking of what I'm going to say, and I came up with this one. First of all, thank you, Maria, for coming on the show. We appreciate you, and thank you
Thank you
for the
guys.
crew. You guys are the best. But the scars that we have now are for us to learn what has happened to us, and don't let those be the stopping point for your future.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So just remember
Perfect.
that, guys.
Oh, can I can
And
I can I add
go
something to
ahead.
that? Right there
Yes,
where
go
you
ahead.
at. Because fear doesn't stop death. It stops life.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Mm-hmm.
true.
Okay?
Yes.
That's very true.
Just take that
100.
in. You scared,
So,
you keep
Deep.
living, you gotta die one day and your dreams will die with you.
like Cedric said, don't let those
Mm-hmm.
dreams die. And remember what Michelle said. Always think on your future and
Mm-hmm.
what makes you fun, because that will make you money later down the line. And
Mm-hmm.
ladies and
Mm-hmm.
And
gentlemen, like I like to say,
yes.
96 in reverse is over. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Goodbye.
96 in reverse.
It is 96 in reverse, and you can have the worst of my drink, and we can switch places. Now we are